and then never retracted. Okay, well, last time we didn't really kill him, but this time we did.
People don't even care. They don't even remember what happened 2 years ago.
But
all they care about is the current stats that are going on right now. All these election things, they don't talk about the issues. They talk about the numbers.
But the point
yes, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I want to get Alan's take on this. I've just noticed they do this. They're making the propaganda ridiculous to make people almost tune out and then just disregard all information where it's all just kind of a background noise. Alan, what do you call that tactic?
It works with dystopia, they call it, where they do almost mind-bomb you with conflicting reports until you don't trust your own logic anymore. That's part of the process. Most people will simply switch off to any further news on that topic. In fact, they'll switch right out. And that's a technique that's used in neuroscience on the public.
Yeah, they did that with rats and then higher primates, and I had a Marine call in. I was familiar with a study where they take a puppy and shock it on a plate, and it's got its food. Every time it goes to the food, it shocks it, and finally it just rolls over and waits to die.
Yeah, so whenever it mentions the same topic again, you'll just automatically say, well, you're paranoid, you're a conspiracy theorist. And abilia is a main one, too. It's no memory. People have no memory. And they think in bits and bytes. Little clips on the media come in short bursts now, and that's the attention span of most people. They can't concentrate.
They've reduced it by design. Anything else, Michelle?
Well, I just wanted to say, thanks again, Alex. You're very brave, to say the least.
Listen, this is not a figure of speech, Michelle. I'm not brave now, ma'am. I'm just doing my job. Literally, I'm not brave. How would I not discover a scientific technocracy that is completely psychopathic and enjoys destroying my species and my children's future? How would I not aggressively fight it with everything I've got and try to build some media system to at least counter it? I mean, how would I would be mindlessly brave if I knew this and just said, forget it. Alan, can you speak to that?
It's true. I mean, every animal on the planet, even insects, will try and defend themselves. A mouse will actually scratch the nose of a cat rather than just get eaten or to save its young. And we have the same abilities here, only we've been so dumbed down and made to be apathetic. This is, again, a scientific technique of indoctrination, of abeyance to authority, that we allow them to take the next step and the next step to our own extinction. And we can't allow that to happen. We can't allow it to happen. We have the right to exist on this planet as much as anyone who believes he's an elitist does. And they're no more valued than we are. That's a fact.
And I appreciate your call, Michelle. I'd love to keep you on longer. I love all these callers. We got to get to everybody who at least is holding. I mean, that is the basic facts of this. What Alan just said. And they have taught us to not have our survival instinct or to turn it on and off. When they say turn it off, it's not okay to stand up and fight back. Like in England where they arrest you, if somebody's raping your wife and you punch them, you go to jail, the rapist doesn't. That's on record. Or if somebody's robbed you 3 times, they come in to kill you, you stab them, you go to jail. Or if you push somebody out a window when they're attacking you, you go to jail. They're saying you are not to protect yourself because it's a criminal class running things. They want, I mean, it's kind of like when you, some really expensive snakes, they amputate the guinea pig's legs and defang it, take its teeth out so it can't bite the snake when the snake eats it because they don't want the snake to be hurt. Or they'll drug the guinea pig with a drug that doesn't affect the snake so the guinea pig doesn't hurt it. We've been neutralized to be like a guinea pig. It's had its eyes gouged out, its teeth pulled out, its legs cut off, dropped into the snake. And that's what this social Darwinism is. And that's what carbon taxing is, teaching us we're bad. They take our own survival instinct and say, if the Earth's going to survive, we've got to kill ourselves. They're teaching us our own survival system. Our own survival propulsion system is a thought crime.
They are, and I was reading an article recently from the United Nations about the idea of power and total power, where they say that eventually the world governmental system will be the only authorized authority that can legally use violence. And that's what it's all about. So anyone beneath that, all your family squabbles and so on, or robbers coming into your house, that just happens amongst the animals. You're all animals. We see you as one big mass, and therefore we can't allow you to use violence yourself.
And they call that the power monopoly of force.
That's right. Yeah.
That's in a Unidair document, July 7th, 2000. and one where they said that's why the American people must be armed. And the bill has been introduced by the Democrats. Barack Obama, if they pass it, is set to sign it, where the Attorney General can ban any and all guns simply by uttering the word ex cathedra. Literally as God Emperor. I mean, this, you can't make it up. It's up on Infowars.com now in the News and Focus archive, or featured story archive. Let's go to another caller here. This isn't a drill, folks. This is for real. This is happening. Let's go ahead and talk. Joe hung up. Bill in Illinois and then others. Bill, you're on the air with Alan Watt.
Hi, gentlemen. I was hoping that we could just roll into the weekend and give people some hope. I know that all the information that comes out is really paralyzing and scary to most people, but the more you dive into it and see what's going on and try to wake people up and knock them out of their comas, I'm seeing a groundswell of people waking up in the Chicagoland area, and everybody is being laid off. They're trying to figure out how they're going to make rent or put food on the table, and now's the time when people are paying attention. And now's the time where we can all start to organize and provide solutions and start a blog or make videos or pass out your DVDs and get people to be awake.
Well, I agree, but here's an analogy, and we'll get Alan's comment and then let you counter-comment. If someone is taking this information we're giving as paralyzing, they shouldn't. The establishment, through chemicals, through the media, through the television, through the culture, because when we pick up the propaganda and regurgitate, then that gives it with the pheromone activation, you know, in the true third dimension, the reality trigger in the mind. But that gets into some more sophisticated issues that I've seen. We have to understand that it's like they've given us a big shot of a sedative, okay? And then this show is literally a shot of adrenaline where you're laying on the railroad tracks, you've been shot up full of Thorazine, you can't get up. Alan Watt and I are coming in with adrenaline going, you know, to where you can actually get up and get off the track. And so we're just telling you the full truth, folks, so you know what you're facing, okay? Because if people are being paralyzed by this, I mean, I don't know about you in my life, but, I mean, Alan, when somebody starts swinging at you, I don't feel paralyzed. I go into gear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you must do. Again, this is a war, and when you realize it is a war strategy, and you're in it whether you like it or not, then you have to fight back with all that you can do, no matter what it is, and don't be overwhelmed by it. This has been on the go before we were born, and when you realize it's always a long-term system, long-term goals, then you're still in the battle. It's not over until the fat lady sings. And
yeah, you can't opt out of this. You can't opt out of this. You were born into this.
Yes, and what you have to do, too, is realize those things which are paralyzing you, those things which are numbing your brain, like the television, and stop watching it, start reading, getting into the factual information that is put out by the authorities themselves. You can find this stuff. It's all over the place. And realize this is all very, very real. What can I do? And start doing something. I started off handwriting stuff and photocopying stuff and sending it out to hundreds of people who had a voice when I had none. And that's the sort of thing that you have to do. You have no option but to do something. And you are an active combatant in this system, whether you like it or not, because the elite have declared war upon you.
Well, that's what I do. I try to bring people that I respect and I think have information that's needed to this large platform, the biggest in alternative media. And that's why this platform is so precious, folks, and why we need your financial support. Because we're trying to do, you know, this isn't a very big operation compared to the establishment. It's tiny. But compared to the Liberty Movement, this is about as big and as strong as it gets. And it's very expensive. And so please buy the books and videos, donate. I'm glad to see that the auction there is over $45,000 for the bullhorn. I had no idea it would go that high. But that is very, very exciting. And doesn't close out till next Wednesday night, so we'll see what happens with that. But, sir, go ahead. Anything else you wanted to add there briefly, Bill? I agree with you. Now is the time that people are finally, while the New World Order is finally emerging, and by the way, Governor Blagojevich has been impeached by the Illinois House, and he faces trial now in the Senate. Go ahead.
Alex, I was just going to add that, and I've said this before, the old saying of we are the ones we've been waiting for. I thank you. You guys actually had posted some of my videos on your site this week.
Okay.
And to start becoming an active member.
Thank you, sir. Got to move on to other callers. Thank you. Let's go ahead and take another one here. Let's talk to Mark in Oregon. Mark, you're on the air worldwide. Go ahead.
Thank you, Alex, and hello to you, and hello to Alan. Alex, I want to just mention quickly, as a quick aside here to my main body of my call, really, if you can, I would urge you to have another money bomb as soon as possible. I figure you probably got a very limited amount of artifacts there, which would probably all auction very well. But if that be the case, perhaps that will take the place of a money bomb for a time. But whatever it takes, Alex, in order for you to be able to do your job unhindered by lack of funds at this point, because they're really up in the ante faster than, well, like you say, sometimes it takes your breath away these days. They're moving so fast. And they are pulling everything off the shelf at one time, using it all at one time in order to overwhelm us at this point. This is a strategy. I firmly believe that